Welcome back to the lab. Welcome back to the lab. I'm Roy the Barber, and you've seen the title of this video. This video is about how barbering saved my life. This is at the end of the day. It's probably around what time is. I can look at see the time. 7:43 on a Friday. Just got finished up with my last client. So right now I'm doing my little cleanups and things like that before I head out. But yeah, barbering did save my life. How? Because just like everybody else, I think majority of people don't have a plan for themselves. I definitely didn't growing up because it's just like the typical upbringing as far as in the black community. Neither parent did not want to take responsibility of their child. So lack of guidance, I sit back and reflect on the lack of guidance that I did receive. But at the end of the day, I'm still here, and the world really don't care about if you lack of guidance. If you have it, this world is very, very hard, especially men, and especially for people that look like me. It's just facts. So, push come to shove, I did a lot of rebellious things in my early years as a young man that I'm not very proud of. And at the end of the day, I have to live with the consequences of my choice and my actions. So I had to find out the hard way, and a lot of things from finding out the hard way, a lot of things are limited to a lot of things I could do or could not do, or what I decided to participate in. And I had to figure out, I never thought about being a barber growing up. Never crossed my mind. Wasn't even on the radar. But one time I was laying down, I told my guy, Jamal, man, I said, man, you know what? When I get myself together, I'm going to school to be a barber. And this is when I was in my 30s. So the moral of the story is never too late. And the hardest thing with me to do was go to beauty school. That was the toughest thing for me to do. Especially as a grown adult, still trying to provide for himself, still trying to figure out his way, trying to make ends meet, no credentials, no trade certificates, none of that. Because how I decided to live my life early on in my 20s and my teens. So skill sets, education, the lack thereof, no college degrees, not even an associate degree. So I had to figure it out. I don't know what made me decide it. I don't know. Maybe God told me to. Maybe the higher power told me, hey man, this is your A plan. Your only plan. If you want to change the perspective, how people look at you. If you want to control your life, if you want to grab the wheel again, take this lane. And I did. In the beginning, it was the toughest thing to commit to. Didn't know how to cut. I convinced myself I could do it. And part of the story is that I was hesitant. So I decided I seen an ad at this beauty school here in Florida. And it said, it caught my eye on the ad. So I called in, set up an interview, to ask questions to the admissions. And the lady that I spoke to was Miss Jeanette. Never forget her name. Older woman. Me and my mom very skeptical about a lot of things. And I was hesitant to sign up. Because you're signing up for school loans, a lot of things you have to do to get it started. And me, I was very hesitant in signing any type of thing, man. And we sat there for a while, and she actually persuaded me, man. I was there for about 5-6 hours having a conversation. And she asked me all type of questions. I asked her all type of questions, and I told her this. I said, you know what? Let me think about it. And she told me, man, if I walk out this office and I don't commit, I would never do it. I sat there about that thought. I said, you know what? I made the decision. 15 months of school. 15 months of nights. 15 months of trying to get up, go to class. 15 months of trying to figure out if this is the right thing for me. Mindful, I'm not even working in the barbershop yet. I couldn't cut through a wet paper bag, man. I sit back and think about it a lot. And nowadays, people have been thinking I've been cutting ever since I was a teenager. Nah, that's not even the plan, man. That wasn't even the plan. I was determined to find something that I can take control of. And people would look at me and say, man, you got it. You're successful. You're an entrepreneur. You're doing stuff on your own. You're not tied to anything. And Barbara gave me that ability to really, hold myself accountable for anything that can make my life better. Barbara allowed me to do that. Without barbering, I wouldn't have a wife. Without barbering, I wouldn't have sons. Without barbering, I would be married. Without barbering, how my clientele view me and take my opinion with high value just because I execute this barbering industry, this barber game, with serious thought and effort. My effort is on 1,000. Like I said, only good as my last cut. That's how I perform. Every client, every service that walks in and walks out. And I appreciate it. It's a blessing every time somebody sits in my chair. I'm grateful. Without this, man, I don't know where I would be. I can't even imagine doing anything else. Just give me the leeway to be flexible for my family, be flexible if I need to do anything personally. Just give me the ability to set schedules. People accommodate that schedule. It's like I'm walking in a free world because of barbering. It's like you come as you go as you please when you're a barber. And one thing I love about being a barber, how much effort you put into this, it rewards you. It rewards you. I had to look through a lot of disappointments for people to look at people. How can I say that? I had to look at a lot of disappointments in the beginning to receive a lot of gratitude on the back end. I had to receive a lot of disappointments, man, because just trying to get a system right, trying to learn how to do every type of style, haircuts, how to learn how to use these shears, how to learn how to use different blades, how to learn how to do different feathering techniques. All these techniques, all these gems that you have to learn through trial and error, man. In the beginning stage of your career as a barber, man, I see why a lot of people don't make it. I see why it's hard to do. I see why people be like, man, you know what? I'm about to get a side gig. You know what? I'm about to make the barbering a side gig, and they go to a 9 to 5 because this barber game ain't no joke. It's tough competition. Because with social media, with what people see, with what people compare what they want from another, what they seen on social media, they Google, say, hey man, I want this. This is how I want my hair to look. This is the shape up I like. This is the blend I'm looking for. This is the length I want my hair. I want my hair the exact length of this. And you have to just like visualize this photo and imagine it for future thinking of how you can execute this on a client hair in a short amount of time, because I ain't trying to be there that long. They ain't trying to be hostage. You have to learn this rapidly. Your client consultation has to be within minutes. You have to understand the right questions, and then over time you start to figure it out. In the beginning, it's frustrating. In the beginning, you be like, man, what is this right for me? But I ain't have no way out. This was my only way out. People don't. If I know other people is in that position, like this gave me the way out. It's like that only rope out the bucket. If I don't use this rope, I won't make it out the bucket. This is the only rope left to climb myself out the hole. If I can't use this rope, if I break this rope from climbing out the hole, there's no way out. That's how I went for. This is what my mindset when I decided to be a barber. Because when a client comes in, from the referrals, from the online portfolio, from the online Google reviews, from the online booking reviews, from the previous artwork, the previous services that I marketed to them, that's all they see, man. Barbering stand in front of me, and it shields all my mistakes I ever made in life. All the wrong decisions, the wrong turns, the wrong people I associated with. It gave me a clean slate to start over. Ain't that something, man? That's how good barbering can be for you, man. If you decide to let it, barber allowed the world to forgive me, man. That's what it did. It allowed the world to forgive me and give me another shot at this. So it gave me a shot to be where I'm proud to be. A family man. Man, these right here though. These are goat, bro. Ooh, these are goats. This one, skin line, blend. Goats. All my things are goats, man. You know what I mean? I love my clippers, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Batman with a belt. You know? But at the moral of the story, that's it. That's how barbering saved my life. Another goat machine, man. Another goat machine, man. But that's how barbering saved my life, man. I don't know where I would be. I really don't. And you know what? If I sit back and think about it, it doesn't even matter no more. Because right now, I'm a barber, baby. I want to change for the world. It ain't about money. It's about leaving a positive impact, having a purpose. And this, being a barber, gave me a purpose to help, serve, and encourage. And that's why I created the lab. The lab means my life evolves around barbering. My life around barbering. The lab. And your profession is your life. Because you do that more than anything. So if you're a firefighter, your life evolves around that. If you're a doctor, 80, 100-hour weeks, your life evolves around being a doctor. So it doesn't matter as if I'm a barber. Anybody, everybody's in their lab. Wherever they life, whatever they do to support their family, wherever they do, where people look at you and say, hey, you're successful because of what you do or what you put out. That's why I created the lab culture, man. And hopefully you subscribe, join this to where a consistency show how grateful I am to be able to do what I do. And I want to show the world how barbering has blessed me, has changed my outlook on life completely, gave me hope, increased my faith, increased my confidence, increased my ability to raise my kids, increased my ability to lead my wife into a good direction. That's what it did, man. And I'm proud of that. And you can be too with this game, man. This barbering will deliver it to you. And I appreciate y'all. And I'm out.